Sorry, I pushed stop. I hadn't done the strength-based athlete, so we'll do the strength-based athlete as well. So, strength-based athlete. Oh, also, long-distance runner. We're going to do testing, like to be a Cooper run. Multi-stage fitness test isn't specific enough for our long-distance runner because multi-stage fitness test is that gradual increase in pace. Okay, so it doesn't actually link to the sport that we're doing. Cooper run, that gradual same pace all the way around, that would be probably the recognised test we'd do. Our warm-ups will be similar in the fact that we'll do a heart raising activity, we'll do some stretching, we'll do some mobility work, but it'll be a slightly longer cardiovascular warm-up than what our strength-based trainer would be. Now we're going to look at the strength-based training and see the differences between. So, moderation for our strength-based. So intensity is short, sharp, it's sets and reps. And the fact we're trying to build muscular strength, we're doing sort of 8 reps and 3 sets. Okay, so it is short and sharp base, but it's a real high intensity. Okay, we're working at sort of 90% our maximum one rep max. So there's lots of kind of high intense work that we'll do, but the duration's not going to be very long. Reversibility is a high risk of reversibility in this sort of training. Reason being is injury. If you're working at 90% your maximum 1 rep max, you're likely to be working at a really high intensity. So if you get the weights wrong, then you could get some muscle tears or some injuries that could relate to this reversibility. Specificity. So depending on what we're doing the strength-based training for, depends on the type of exercises that you do. Bodybuilders who are just trying to increase muscular strength, then they would work around lots of different machines, working through the whole body. Whereas if you're a rugby player trying to improve muscular strength, then you've got to look at the positions that you're playing in, the sport that you're doing, and the actions that you do. Javelin throwers would use pulley systems to pull the weights across as if they're throwing the javelin. They try and replicate the movement that they're doing. Energy systems. Okay, so most strength-based work is going to be working in your anaerobic energy system. So you need to make sure that you are also working anaerobically. There's no point in you doing the weight training at muscular endurance when you're trying to improve your power and your strength, because it won't link. Muscle fibre type, you're using your type 2B muscle fibres. Okay, so it's your fast glycolytic muscle fibres. You're going to make sure that you're lifting enough weight to activate these muscle fibres. That will then lead to the increase in the hypertrophy. Variants, changing the different types of exercise that you do. Use pulleys, use free weights, use stationary weights, use weight machines. Okay, so change it all the time. This one's the big one that you can monitor really easily in the fitness suite. Frequency, intensity, time and type. So sets and reps. How are you increasing those sets and reps? How are you going to kind of expand them over time, which links to our progression as well. Okay, so it's a very different, still using Mrs. VOP to allow you to get different results, excuse me, but you do it in a different way to link to this here. Individual sport, energy system, so it's this specificity, making sure it links to that performer. Right, so that's our rules of training. We're going to move into something called periodization, which is the actual structure of the training program.